This is my seminar on the play Macbeth by Matthew Pelota. The play Macbeth is written by William Shakespeare in 1606. Macbeth was written by William Shakespeare. The story is about a man named Macbeth. Macbeth is about a brave man named Macbeth. Macbeth lived in Scotland. Macbeth received a prophecy from 3 witches. The prophecy claimed that one day he will be named king. Macbeth was overruled with ambition and kills King Duncan and takes the Scottish throne. He is then overwhelmed with guilt, which leads to his downfall. Character analysis. Macbeth. Macbeth is married to Lady Macbeth. Macbeth kills King Duncan in order to be king. Macbeth is very powerful, and he is also very courageous. Macbeth is the tragic hero because his tragic flaw was ambition. His ambition for power, to be exact. When Macbeth receives his prophecies, he was too ambitious to wait, so he killed King Duncan in order to be the king. But the guilt that came was too much for him to handle. Macbeth is a tragic hero because his flaw of ambition led to his major downfall. Macbeth is a round character because during the play, he changes and becomes more ambitious. Lady Macbeth. Lady Macbeth is married to Macbeth. Lady Macbeth wants power and respect, but she cannot get it because of her gender. In 1606, women were treated very unfairly, and they did not have an education. However, she's still very strong and ambitious. Lady Macbeth can be the mentor because when she manipulates Macbeth, she's acting sort of like a mentor, so Macbeth would do what she says. She's a round character because she's unnatural and evil, but still needs alcohol to kill the guards. She's also dynamic because she goes insane when her guilt takes over. The 3 witches. The 3 witches tell Macbeth about the prophecies. They have to give Macbeth the prophecies. The 3 witches are very charming because they can easily convince people to do what they ask. I found that the 3 witches are the villains of the story because the witches were behind everything and they were the reason why Macbeth killed King Duncan. If the 3 witches never gave Macbeth the prophecies, then he would never have killed the king, and he would never have been killed by Macduff. I think the witches are flat characters because from the beginning they were trying to control Macbeth. Banquo. He is the general, and he receives the same prophecies as Macbeth. And even though he has thoughts on acting on it, he chooses not to react. He then rebukes Macbeth, representing the path that Macbeth chose not to take. Banquo is very brave and noble. When he gets the prophecies, he does not act on his thoughts to take power. Banquo is the wise man because when he receives the prophecies, he has thoughts about taking the crown but never acts on it because he knows better. Banquo is the flat character because he stays loyal to the King Duncan and never changes. King Duncan. King Duncan is killed by Macbeth. King Duncan was a good king, and he was a very good guy who wants the best for his kingdom. He's very trusting and generous, which led to his downfall. King Duncan would be the innocent because he has not done anything wrong and he has been a good leader and one of the best for his kingdom. His downfall was not his fault. King Duncan is flat because he never changes and is always loyal. He's also static because he never learns from his mistakes. Macduff. Macduff is threatening to Macbeth's plan on killing King Duncan and becoming king. He tries to take the crown from Macbeth. He is very loyal and quiet. When he talks, people listen and respect him. Macduff is the hero because he tries to avenge King Duncan and stop Macbeth from ruining the kingdom. Macduff is flat and static because throughout the book he does not change very much. Malcolm. Malcolm is the son of King Duncan. He has to stop Macbeth's reign of terror. Malcolm heavily sticks to his morals, and Malcolm is also the hero as well as Macduff. He also tries to avenge his father's death and takes his crown, which was rightfully his. The analysis of the play Macbeth. The main theme, my analysis is about the theme. The main theme in the play Macbeth is ambition. Throughout the play, Macbeth shows a great amount of ambition, as ambition led to him killing King Duncan, and it led to his downfall, which is why he is the tragic hero of the story. When the three witches gave Macbeth the prophecies, they said that one day he will become king of Scotland. Because of his ambition, he was not willing to wait for the time when he would become king the proper way, and was willing to risk everything to rush the process and become king as soon as possible. After Macbeth killed King Duncan, he was very overwhelmed with the amount of guilt. Later, Macbeth is killed by Macduff because he wanted to avenge King Duncan. My review of Macbeth. I have decided to give the play Macbeth, written by William Shakespeare, a 4.6 out of 5 stars, because I really enjoyed the story, and I also felt that William Shakespeare did a really good job introducing the characters, and he did an excellent job presenting the themes and how each character reacts in different situations. William Shakespeare also did a great job choosing which characters should be flat or round and static or dynamic.